Yo, what is up? This is your boy iGuru back with a new video, and today 9.20.1 dropped in the common test server, and two new interesting tanks has appeared. One of them is the Super Conqueror, and the other is the T71 CMD light tank. Now, the first video I'm going to do today is about the Conqueror, and I'm going to do something quite different today than what I usually would do, which is I'm going to do a tank preview, and I'm going to do a reaction video instead of a, the best game I had in this tank video. So it's going to be my first game in this tank. As you can see, I got no data on the tank, which means I have not played it. I'm going to play it live for you right now. And as usual, I'm going to put in my best crew as you would expect from a tier 10 heavy tank. You would want to put your best crew in it, retrain them, and maybe from a Cromwell or some crew that you've pulled out somewhere. So put down your best crew, and I've also decided to use the improved equipment with the amount of bonds they gave us to spend. Let's just try it out. It doesn't do much, but if I had the bonds to buy this equipment, I would. Vertical stabilizer, rammer, and optics. Then I have the small first aid, small repair, which is what I would normally run anyway. And I'm going to run pudding and tea, which is what I would run anyway in a live account. I'm going to run some APCR, but I'm going to play this entire game in AP if I can. And let's just dive straight into it. Now, to be honest with you, I do not know anything about the Super Conqueror, because I have no interest in grinding this tank. I think the line, going up the line, it's just too boring. I'm not interested in slow heavy tanks at the moment. The heavy tanks that I kind of like are the Chinese heavies, the fast heavies, heavies with a bit of mobility, or super armor like the Mouse. That is an interesting tank. But if this is going to be another tank like the 113 or the 5A or the IS-7, then I don't need another tank like this. But here's how I'm going to play this tank. We are in Muravanka. I'm going to go east as usual. I go there with any tank I play anyway. I'm going to pretend I'm in a 5A. And a 5A with good gun depression. I think this tank has good gun depression. I have played a few tier 10 games, but not in this tank. I played in the 5A and I came up against this tank, and I noticed that this tank had a nice gun depression, so I'm expecting it to have some nice gun depression. Again, I'm going into this game, into this tank kind of blind. Let me have a look at the gun depression. Maybe 7 degrees, I'm not sure. But I don't know much about this gun. I know it's got a good turret because it's got that spaced armor thingy, I think. So I'm gonna try to... Oh, they don't have any light tanks, so I don't really need to drive right around. But we don't have a lot of support on the east side. It's just me, E4, 4005, and another Super Conqueror that's gone to the middle, which means I am not going to be aggressive at all. In fact, I'm just going to sit down at the Charlie 9. There is a hold down position. That 4005 is balls deep. He's gonna have a quick game. That's how I predict it. Okay, so this is a great position to be held down in if you don't have a lot of support. It doesn't look like their team is on the east either, so what I'm gonna do is now go forward and try to push down the 9 line if I can. Again, I'm trying to play this as I would in a standard account, although most people in this in the common test server normally runs on full gold and they play super aggressive. I am already aggressive by nature, But if I'm alone here, it's not gonna be good for me. I think I have this 5E. Oops, there's an E3 there. That's gonna be bad for me. I need to stay safe from these guys. He's fired. That's an IS-4. Which means E3 and IS-4 facing me, I need to back the fuck up. So what I'm gonna do is abandon this point and drive straight across to the west side and try to engage them where this 5A is. Now the first impression I'm getting is the Super Conqueror is too slow for my liking. Right off the bat, I'm going to tell you the 5A is going to chew this tank up alive. Just because this mobility is super bad. Not even... I don't even know what to say. This is not competitive. We didn't even scratch them. I'm gonna try and help out this 5A if I can. We've lost the track. We didn't penetrate their armor. On the side of the deck. Okay. I've got the JPE to deal with. Let me load some premium rounds. Also the 4005 shot me there. Somewhere behind the DatBoyGuru is the 4005. Let me see if I can run away. I feel like I don't have the mobility, enough speed to run away. But I'm gonna try and get around the delta. So I might have a shot here. And the 405 got me again.
One of our gas tanks ruptured. We're low on fuel. Track hit. We've lost half of our engine power. Track fixed. Let's roll. Enemy armor.
I snapshot that, and I died to the
This vehicle has had it.
Conqueror. So, first impression, not happy about this tank at all. I don't like it. But we'll have another go at it again. Maybe I should get into the... No, we'll go at it again. We'll wait for it to die and then we'll get back into it. We'll make this a one take video. Let's have a look at the average damage per shot. It's 400. Average pen 259. What kind of pen do you get with the APCR? 326. That's really good. So you get really good pen with the APCR. Aiming time 1.8. Yeah, I did. The gun handling was pretty good. I mean, I snapshot and it hit. It was pretty good. But 7.31 reload time. So what's that compared to the? What's that compared to the Chinese heavy tank? Let's have a look. It felt a lot sharper. 1.8, 2.24 on that tank. Oh, I like the aiming time. But the damage is... Ooh, it's nearly 100 less than the Chinese. You know what? I really needed to get into a position where I could use my turret armor there. But unfortunately, they were attacking from the west side on that map. So I didn't really have a chance to use my turret. I was hoping to use my turret on the east side. So I didn't get to test that. I'll try that on in the next game. So let's have a look at the mobility. Engine power 950. Specific. What's the specific thing? Spotting 490. Concealment not great. My first impression, mobility on the tank is not good at all. It turned like a freaking boat. It's too slow to do anything. For the time it took me to get from the east to the west side to be even useful, it just took me too long. I would be much happier in a 5A or even an IS-7. The IS-7 is actually, the buffed IS-7 is actually really good now in terms of mobility. I think it's improved in some way. I'm waiting for the Conqueror to get out of the game so that I can get into another game immediately without cutting into the video. Oh, come on. Anyway, let's continue to look at the stats, or maybe we could do a little comparison. Let's compare that to comparison, or oh, the tank is out. Well, let's just go again then. Let's just go again. Okay, interesting. We are in the highway map, and on this map I like going to the field instead of the city, and this isn't a really good time for me to go to the field, but I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have actually 6 very mobile tanks, 7 mobile tanks that could go to the field, which means if I decide to put my weight on it and help them out in the field, we could actually overmatch them. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Unfortunately, the 5A isn't going to the field. I wish he was, because he is fast and mobile and could be quite useful. I'm glad 113 is. Most of the fast tanks are going to the field, except for the 5A, which is a shame. But I think we're still good. Okay, if I can get to the water, is that the water tower? Yeah, if I can get to the water tower without getting my ass screwed on the side, I should be able to hull down there. Unfortunately, there's no one spotting. So that could be quite bad for me. I'm still gonna try and make it there and prepare to be shot on the side. I like that our medium tanks are being aggressive. Okay, I'm going to short my distance so that I can support them sooner. I really want to get to this hump so that I can utilize this turret. But you can see how slow my tank is. I can't help my team because I'm just so slow. Come on, shoot me. No, no one's shooting me. Come on, shoot me. See, that snapshot worked. Right? So I got the first kill because the gun is very good. You can look. You can see the bloom is. The bloom is really small. When I'm zoomed in. This is 8 times scope, and the bloom is really small. And that's good news for people who appreciate gun handling. Right, they're going to be shooting from over here. So I'm going to present myself and let them shoot me.
Penetration.
This gun is really good. Really, really good. But for the sake of testing out the tank, I'm going to push forward instead of trying to secure the win.
Enemy is hit.
Let's see if I can get a shot on the 113. Yes, I can. This gun is really good. And mind you, I am playing on 280 ping. Because I'm shooting from the Asian server. I don't think I can go through the Type 5 heavy. I'll load some APCR premium rounds and see if I can stay still. I don't know if I penned that. Let's shoot the other Conqueror instead. Oh, I missed that. I'm going back to standard rounds and see if I can... Yeah, I can pen. I think that was the upper plate. No. We could cap and win this, but I really want to test out this. Okay, let's push forward and see if we can hold down. I tried to snapshot that. Okay, shoot me, guy. I'm gonna get forward and I might need APCR for this, but let's try it without the APCR. Oh, where did he shoot me there? Right through the turret.
Enemy is hit. We didn't even scratch them.
Okay, he could go through my turret easily there. Maybe he was using
We didn't penetrate.
premium rounds, I'm not sure.
They've hit our viewports. Can't see.
Well, I definitely can't penetrate him with
Critical hit.
non-premium,
Bail out.
but there I'm dead.
Vehicle has had it.
So the armor on this thing, maybe they're all firing APCR, heat, APCR, APCR. Type 5 was shooting HE, so they were all firing premium rounds at me, so that's why they pen. But other than that, I suppose in tier 10 games you're gonna face a lot of APCR and heat rounds anyway. So the turret was completely trash. I think in terms of armor, I think the IS-7 and the even the 113 and the 5A is a lot better. I don't know what the numbers are, but in real world kind of testing and playing, I think the IS-7 Type 5 Heavy and the 113 will hold up. The turrets will hold up a lot better than the Super Conqueror. But other than that, the gun is really good on the Super Conqueror. And that's about the only good thing I can say about this tank at the moment. So let's see, how long has this video been going on? Where can I see that? I can't see it. Anyway, let's take a look at the results. So it was super slow, did 2.5k damage. Most of it was done with AP rounds. Yeah, my complaint is super slow. I couldn't get to the western side of the map in time to support that 113. You saw how far ahead that 113 was, even though I was like taking the shortcut going through the driving in the open and trying to get to that 113. I couldn't really help him. So 2 defeats in a row. Well, technically this wasn't a defeat. I could have won this if we had stayed in the cap, but that's not the purpose of test servers, right? Anyway, that's my reaction video, I guess, for this tank. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the commentary, and the next video I'm going to do is on the T-71 light tank. So I'm looking forward. I'll do that immediately right after this, actually. So I'll stop this video now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.